Hi everyone, my name's Caroline and welcome to my YouTube channel and my videos, my set of videos that are talking about what we're all experiencing right now and disclosing some information that I've learned. So thank you for being here. I'm reading for something that I wrote and you'll be able to read that too. And if you want to ask any questions or leave me some comments, I'd be really grateful and happy to answer any questions that you might have, and or support you in any way that I can. There are also other videos on my YouTube channel that are meditations, hypnotherapies, EFT tapping, that are all really helpful for some of the things that I do talk about in the videos that I'm presenting at the moment. So huge love to you, thank you for being here. And this part of it, we're going to talk about how this seems to be affecting people physically in the world that we're in right now. So I said I've seen great disharmony, chaos and divide through these strange times, haven't we all? And I'm aware myself that this is because the deep state are still trying to run this divide and conquer narrative and keep control of the masses, while those who are becoming more aware are desperately trying to share and show those we love, or anyone who is ready to know really, the things we've learned and what we as human beings are actually capable of. So many of the people in my sort of circles who are on a more or have come to all of this through a more spiritual path, have got knowings, you know, they are tuned into their intuitive guidance or their guides and all of that. And they're also, many of them are healers, and they are very aware of the consciousness side of things, the consciousness shift, and the way that everything's connected, and the as it being that everything is consciousness and energy and all of that side of things. So they come at it from that angle, and are able to help and support and do healing work and all of that with those with various modalities, alternative therapies, healing, energy healing, some of which I offer too. But so they sort of come at it from that angle. And then there's people who are now sort of being called the truthers, who have and all are absolutely perfect. This is all happening. You know, we give things titles and labels because it gives us an identity, I suppose. It puts us in, you know, it allows people to see at what stage we're at without having to explain too much. So so the truthers, or the people who are trying to shed light, are the people who are sort of have become the keyboard warriors, and who have done hours and hours of research and put videos together, and you know, trying to share the knowledge and of their awareness as they come, you know, as they learn it, and they you know, with no agenda other than service to humanity, service to others, in supporting them in their journey of awakening, of becoming more aware of the things that are happening in the world and why. So it's those sort of providing those sort of answers, and even if they can seem a little bit far-fetched, it's all just bringing things, the veil is being uncovered, the veil is being lifted, and more truth is coming to light every day. So those people who are just sort of, I'm saying just, it's not just, they've worked really hard sharing information and putting these videos together to not to force anybody to believe what they're doing. They're sharing information because it's what they've come to learn and come to know. And once you know this stuff, it feels like an injustice to not let other people know, because it's like, oh my God, really? You've been doing this to us all of this time? And actually we're aware and capable of this. So you've got the spiritual and the awakened, conscious, aware souls, let's say, who are here saying, you know, you're capable of this, you can do this, you can do that. And then you've got the truthers who are giving you all of this information and sharing, because they realise that all is not well in the world. And everybody's doing it in their own way, and we're all drawn to whatever place we're drawn to find out this information. And then the most important thing that we need to do is use our own discernment and feel what feels right for us, what feels like our truth, what's in alignment with who we are and our journey that we're on. So that's the most important. And like I've said in previous videos, if you're here watching, there's generally a reason why you're watching the things that you're watching, or that you've found out the information that you've found out, because it's the right time for you. And if this feels discordant and it doesn't feel right, or it brings something up within you that feels off, then you go and find something that resonates more. When you resonate, it is something that is in alignment with your truth of who you are. So that's really important thing to be mindful of. And anybody who is trying to force you to believe something is, you know, that's not right. Nobody should be forcing anybody else to believe. That's another form of control. It's another, you know, it's another pushing things at you. And the first thing that you're going to do is go back off. If you've come to these awarenesses and to these places, you've generally been guided to it for a reason. Listen to yourself, listen to your heart and your own intuition. That's the way to go. Okay, so so the deep state are still trying to run the divide and conquer agenda and the narrative and keep control of the masses. While those who are becoming more aware are desperately trying to share and show those we love, or anyone who's ready to know, really. I realise I've just repeated that, but it's fine. The things we've learned and what we as human beings are actually capable of, which is when I went into the old spiritual thing, because there are people who know what we as human beings are capable of and how much we've been repressed. You'll see that those sharing have no agenda other than to reveal truth, unite and support with love and compassion. This is service to others, service to humanity. There are those, however, becoming aware, but they're still in fear because they may not have that same aware of consciousness of what we're capable of. So there's still an element of fear there, because they know all of this information and they want to get it out and they feel like they need to do something, but they're still in fear that the people that they love aren't going to believe them or are going to think they're crazy, or and I know, because I've been through all of that you know, years ago now, and dipping in and out through this whole time now, because you go to a place where it's just like, why won't you believe me? Why don't you trust me? It feels like, God, you know, why would I feed you a load of bullshit, you know? And it feels it's time is so fast at the moment, and there's an urgency to share this information and to, you know, there's people saying, just wake up, and it just feels frustrating. But that's also coming from a place of fear, because we just want to feel accepted. And I'll come back to that in a little while. But you can see that it comes from a place of fear, of you know, that our people, the people in our tribe, the people that we love, on the same wavelength as us, and that becomes scary, because then you're the odd one out and you feel, you know, discluded, and you feel like, you know, all any of us ever want to do is feel accepted, and part of, you know, part of our family, part of our crew, our tribe. So, so some of these people who are still in fear, they've got this information and they know it, but they're fearful because nobody else knows it yet. So they're desperately trying to share, and they become defensive. And quite often it's oh, excuse me. It's because and they're calling people. I've seen name calling of those who are the truthers, let's say, who have become more who have got this information and who are finding out new things all the time, calling the other ones sheeple. And because in their eyes, the people who haven't woken up to or become more aware of this information yet are still following the narrative. They're being like sheep, and they're just and they're going along. But even this is creating that divide. So what I'm hoping with these videos is to just remember that we're literally. I put a post up the other day of we're all on the same team here. It's just that we're at different levels of awareness and awakening, or whatever you want to call it, whatever label you give to it. And whether you're a truther or a spiritually aware person, or into politics or into the royalists or whatever it is, we're all coming to it in our own way, with the information that we need, and we're all really part of one big puzzle, and we're all on the same team. So be kind to the other people who are may only just be becoming aware of this stuff, and don't judge them and be name calling them because they're not at the same stage as you. That's not what all of this is about. We're united as humanity, and our sharing and walking each other home is a beautiful phrase that I really like to use. We're all just walking each other home, and and we should be embracing each other and go, come on, okay, right, you're aware of that now, that's brilliant, come on, let's go. Did you know this? Did you know that? It's what teachers do. It's what, and we're, no one's ahead of each other or better than each other. We're all just at different stages of that human evolution and growth, and it's all absolutely perfect just as it is, even though it can feel like shit and be really uncomfortable quite a lot. We're all doing it. We are united in it. We just need to be kinder and more compassionate with each other as we're going through this. Okay, little rant over. So the people who are there saying that they're sheeple and all of that, and then the people who are a bit more aware, and it's still coming from a place of fear. It's quite often they lash out when people are in fear or feeling insecure themselves, and it's that uncertainty of everything. They will lash out. They will be defensive. And it's all just protection. It's all just protection for themselves, because we all want to belong. This is the whole thing. We all just want to belong. So if we can drop all of that bullshit and come back to a place of remembering that we are all together in this, we're just at different stages, that is going to help the whole process 100%. So then there's those people who aren't more aware, and they're not ready yet to come to the awareness of some of the things that are happening, and they're challenging and lashing out at the people who've got this more awareness, because we're in sharing a truth that's true for us. If they don't want to see it, or because it's too much, it's too fearful, they will lash out to protect themselves. But we each need to honour where the other person is at, in whatever stage they're at. That's really important, and I'm just aware that the time's ticking on now, so I'm going to bring this little bit to an end. But I feel that that's quite important, that the bits that I've shared there is it's all of this is about us being honouring each other's journey and being kind to and compassionate to each other in whatever stage we're at. Not name calling, judging another. None of us have walked in that person's shoes, so we need to be kind. Load of us put posts on Facebook about being kind when somebody died. We need to be that all the time. Service to others, service to humanity. We are all humanity. Okay? So, just to finish up, I've said, can you see that this is all from a place of fear? So when we're defensive, when we lash out, when we're judging, name calling, it's all really to do with our own fear and insecurity because we just want to belong. Or of people needing to be right. You know, everybody's right for them at the stage that they're at that time. And it's all just completely unknown, and it's scary when we don't know what the bloody hell's going on. And again, it's coming back to your own truth, your own heart, and what feels right for you at that time. Even if you need to shut everything off and run away for a bit, it's perfect, it's fine. That's what you need to do to process and work through the things that you need to work through for yourself. Nobody else can tell you what is right for you. You can be guided, you can have support. I'm here if you need that. But it's, at the end of the day, it's all our own individual journey, and we're all on it. We all need to honour each other with compassion, love and support, and then come together from a place of unity and do and serve. Okay. Oh, and that's where I started talking about that we feel so scared and insecure, and we feel like children again. You know, we do in a child work. You know, some of the clients and stuff that I work with, you know, we do that, and I've done a lot of it myself. You know, you do that. It's called the inner child, but it is literally those emotions and fears that come up that you know, from childhood, and in these layers that we go through, because there's something that happened or brought up that emotion, or you're programmed as children that getting attention, or you know, we each developed our own way to feel safe, and that's it really. So when we go through these times now where everything is, you know, we're insecure, we're in constant fight or flight, we're you know, with anxieties and things like that. And really, we were born into a world of fight or flight, but that's a whole other thing again. But it is, and we end up just feeling like children of, oh my God, what's happening? What do I do now? So with that and that thought, I will leave you today to, or leave this video with love your child. Now my dogs have decided to go mad. Honour those feelings that are coming up for you, and be kind and loving and compassionate to other people on their journey. So it's with much love to go and see to these barky dogs. I will send you on your way today with huge love and blessings and kindness, compassion, and I'll see you next time. Huge love.